After you have volunteered, you are going to want to track your hours on iServe so that you get credit for the work that you have done. Here you can see that I've tracked one volunteer hour for an impact value of $25.07 with a total response of 1. Your hour impact value and volunteer need responses will automatically update as you respond to needs on iServe and track your hours. In order to do this, you'll navigate to the top right of the page, select the drop-down arrow, and go to Track Hours. From here, you'll go to Add Hours, or you can scroll down until you see Hour Type, Hour Details, Hour Questions, and Description. The hour type is in reference to a volunteer need that you may have responded to on the iServe site. So in this case, I went in, signed up for the volunteer need virtual service opportunities, and when I select it, it will automatically populate the organization name and response date. If I volunteered with an organization or a volunteer need that was not found on iServe, I will select no, and then enter the information such as where I volunteered, who can verify these hours, and what email address this verification can be reached at. For now, we're going to select yes, and then select the virtual service opportunity. The next option is hours detail, where you will come in and select what date you volunteered. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'll select January 7th, a total work hour of 1, miles traveled, 0, and if you are in a user group, you must attach these hours to your user group to get credit for the hours. So in this case, I will select the CCE 101 user group and then move on to hours questions. If you are just serving for the purpose of serving and getting more volunteer hours, then you will select general service or general volunteer service. If you are in a service learning course and you are tracking these hours as a part of your user group, then you will select service learning course. And then lastly, if you have been assigned hours either through the Office of Student Conduct or through the Office of Housing and Residence Life, then you would select one of those two options. And then lastly, a detailed description as to what you've done, and then submit hour entry. At this point, you should see the hours pop up underneath the volunteer hours, so we can see virtual service opportunities, CCE 101 user group, and the service learning as the type. You can edit these hours up until they are approved by selecting Edit Hours, which will bring you back down here. So if you need to attach another user group to it, or remove a user group, or edit your description, you can do all of those things up until the point that the hours have been approved. Once they are approved, you can no longer edit these hours, and the iServe site supervisor must be contacted.